Billionaires, welcome to a very special edition of the Big Business Minute. I'm Ivy League Legacy. We get a lot of mail here at the studio from billionaire viewers like you who are growing tired of our commitments in Iraq. With all the greatest no-bid contracts already secured by our very own Halliburton, they're wondering where the next great governmental gravy train is going to come from. Here with possibilities is our own senior war profiteering analyst, Monet DePlace, with our new segment, The Preemptive Portfolio, making the most out of your hedge funds in a target-rich environment. Monet. So Monet, where's our next investment opportunity?
Well, the hottest topic around the penthouse these days is by far Iran.
Iran? But my Chinese firms already do gobs of business with Iran. Why go to war with them?
Well, it's true that we're only as patriotic as our money, and Chinese yuan do spend just as well as American greenbacks. But with the regime in place, the embargo remains, and subsequently all that oil can only flow east.
But Monet, if I may, I love a good return as much as the next heiress, and the bottom line knows no return like a war return. But with our troops overextended, military recruitment at record lows, and a suspicious American public unlikely to support another war of choice, I don't think it's going to happen.
Well, to ease your concerns, we've invited a very special guest to join us, live via telephone from his vacation home at an undisclosed location in Wyoming, the Vice President of the United States. Mr. Vice President, can you hear me?
Hello, Ivy, Monet. Thank you for having me.
Dick, this is an honor. Can you tell us about U.S. plans to secure Iran?
Well, Ivy, in most circumstances, I would say that the U.S. has no plans to do anything, unequivocally. But since your viewers are of a more cultured and privileged set, I believe I can provide a little more candor. The road to Tehran leads through Tel Aviv.
But, Mr. Vice President, there is already a lot of suspicion that Israel pulls the strings in Iraq. Most analysts agree that the American people won't go for it.
Hear me out, Monet. This is a four-point plan. The first stage is the Israelis pulling themselves out of Gaza by force. Brother forced to stand up against brother. It is heartbreaking, yes. But it builds up global sympathy. We're calling it the pull-out method. George came up with that one. The second stage is also happening now as we let Iran's nuclear brinkmanship continue to fester. Since Iran's main objective is the sworn destruction of Israel, as it comes closer to a nuclear arsenal of its own, eventually Israel will feel it has no option but to strike Iran first. We'll have nothing to do with that attack, of course. But we can't very well control Israel now, can we? If Iran strikes back, and smart money has it that they will, we'll be there in a heartbeat. Oh, wait, we're already amassed on all its borders and in the Gulf. How convenient.
But how does Israel pull us into war with Iran?
Treaties, Ivy, treaties. We're bound by treaty to defend Israel with all the force we can muster.
Mr. Vice President, what do you say to detractors who point out that our troops are already overextended and the Army isn't recruiting poor and working class young people fast enough?
Yes, well, you're right, Monet. A war does need troops, and though I'm sure we'd all much prefer a little early spring graft, excuse me, I'm afraid a draft instead might have to suffice. But to be clear, Monet, this is only one of many ways we could go. Yes.
Well, you heard it here first. So we're officially giving Iraq a big business sell rating and Iran a get ready for the gold rush, hold to buy rating. Get your stakes in early, Ivy. You know Halliburton's already out there scouting out the choicest lots.
No kidding. And thank you for joining us, Mr. Vice President. How's the vacation going?
Great, Ivy. I've been up here hunting with Justices Thomas and Scalia. John Roberts is coming up to hunt tonight, too. We're gonna get him passed out drunk and then throw a dead hooker in his bed. I can't wait to see the look on his face when he wakes up. Oh, yes.
Well, don't forget a camera. There's nothing like a little judicial leverage come precedent time.
Right, of course. Thank you, our senior war profiteering analyst, Monet Oliver DePlace, reporting. Well, that does it for this edition of the Big Business Minute. Join us next week as we bring you the inside scoop on the president's diet in carbs, yes. Accountability, no. Until then, stay up to date on this and all your billionaire news at billionairesforbush.com. I'm Ivy League Legacy, reminding you that we're all in this together, sort of.